I would like to make this entire week of doing with what we have. I talked with my sister on Saturday, and she doesn't do this paper crafting stuff. She has indicated that she would like to make cards on her own, but I haven't quite got her over to the dark side yet. I'm working on it. But she said if I had some construction paper, maybe I could make some cards or something. So that got me thinking about all the stuff that we accumulate and the things that we have. If you wanted to make a card or a small gift for someone, and you couldn't afford to go to the store right now to buy the things, the special papers and things that you would like to use for your friend, how about let's see what we've got? Dig through our stash. Bring out some stuff. Figure out what to do with the things that we already do have. So this week, let's work with what we've got. Okay, today's paper is an 12 by 12 piece of craft cardstock from Stampin' Up. And we are going to change the texture of the card as well as the color and the smell. We're going to use coffee grounds. So, after you've had your morning cup of coffee and before you throw this away, take a bit and toss it on your paper and then just start rubbing it around. And the oil and whatever is all in the coffee grounds will change the color of the paper. You're going to have a mess. And this stuff, these coffee grounds, when you spread them out like this, they kind of dry quickly. So this is something that try not to let the coffee grounds stand in any one spot too long, because they will soak through the paper and it loosens up some of the fibers, or at least that's not a correct term, but it raises the paper in some spots, and you do kind of want a little bit of that, but you don't want it all over. Okay, this is the paper that I just made in the kitchen, and it's rolling because it's drying. I still have some coffee grounds on it, but not very much. And the paper is starting to raise in some areas, and that's okay. That's making some texture. Now I'm going to dry this out and blow off the rest of the coffee grounds with my heat tool. And as you can see, the paper wants to curl more. And so what we're going to do is just blow on the back, straighten it out just a little bit. This is the first one I made this morning, trying this out, and it looks kind of like, I don't know, that expensive wall treatment that some designers or indoor painting experts do. Now I'm going to cut these 8 inches long, and I'm going to go 4 inches wide. I'm going to get 3 per sheet. So I'm going to go cut those now. Okay, and here are your 4 by 8 pieces. This is the craft side and this is the coffee ground side. Okay, now this is a box. It's trash. We're going to do some gluing and all kinds of stuff today. Alright, now I want to cut this panel. This panel measures 5 inches here. So I want to cut that out, and I want to cut another one, this other one, at 5 inches also. Now you can use your scissors to cut this, and just do a rough cut. Because once it gets down small enough, then you can hopefully use your paper trimmer. Or you can use a box cutter like tool. I'm going to make a mark up at the 5 at the top of the thing, this piece, and down at the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to put my ruler along those cuts. These are 4 inches, and I want to make the front and the back with this cardboard. I want to make it 4.5 inches. So now I need to get a clean edge to work with. So I'm just gonna stick that on the cutting line. Okay, did that cut that off? No. Alright, I need to get my big trimmer. I need to get the big guillotine one. Okay, I've got these cut now. And this one has some pretty ragged edges. And I want to use a sanding block on it to smooth it out a little. This is all going to be hidden under some papers, under some paper and glue, but I want to get it as smooth as I can. Alright, now I want one more piece of this craft, and I'm going to cut it at 6 by 12. I'm just going to cut it in half. Now the color for this layout is going to come from my stash of stuff. Okay, about a 1/2 inch reveal, a 1/2 inch extra paper around the board will be sufficient. So I'm going to make a pencil mark on both of these, and then that's where I'm going to cut this off. We are going to need a bookbinding glue. You are going to need a bookbinding glue for this because of this shiny, slickery surface. So squeeze them on. And then with an acid brush or a foam brush, we're going to smooth the glue out, and we're going to get it to all of the edges.